Welcome, Aquarius, to the month of December 2023. That's for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. It's a lot more lighthearted and energetically easy than you have experienced the energies of October and November. That Cazimi at Scorpio, 25 degrees in November, was pretty intense, as well as the new moon. You might want to check out the Cazimi video below because that reset your life in your career path, Aquarius, for the next 2 years. But we're going to go ahead and talk about what this month holds for you. Let's get rolling. For career and money gains in the month of December, as well as particularly auspicious but maybe surprising developments regarding home property and real estate. Let's talk about how this month unfolds for you. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Lori Lothian. I'm using the Western Tropical Zodiac, whole sign houses, and fixed stars and asteroids. Please consider liking, subscribing, and giving me a try. My promotion for the month of December is really simple. Come join me on my Patreon community. Get 3 free classes. One live in December on Chiron for timing, Chiron your key to purpose, and the Synastry relationship astrology class have been taught, but for free. Instead of paying $33 for the replay, you get to watch these videos and have content access to them for free for trying me out for $5 a month on my Patreon community. There are Zoom calls, classes with me, and a bunch of perks, including discounts for readings with me. Give me a try, see if you like it. You'll notice I have a band of sunlight across my body, and it's very auspicious intense. I am recording on a traveling trip event thingy, and I don't have my recording studio, so bear with the weird lighting. This is the best I can do today. So bottom line is that you are somebody as a Capricorn sun, moon, or rising, and I am one of you. Especially listen for your rising sign. Did I say I was Western Tropical Zodiac? I think I did. You're having this energy of a month in which, number one, 3 major planetary shifts are happening with Venus in Scorpio. Mars is traveling through Sagittarius, right? And Mercury in Capricorn. We're going to break that down for you. And then we're going to go into a chronology of the month ahead. I started my promo in teaser by telling you about career and money and financial gain. Mostly that's coming from Venus. Lord Venus, she's goddess of money and love. She's a benefic, is moving through Scorpio, which is your 10th house. This is where you just had a Mars Cazimi event that's going to reset your career and reputation direction over the course of the next 2 years. Check out my Mars Cazimi video in the description box below. But this is also Venus, a goddess of money, goodness, popularity, and public appeal in the top of your sky, making you favored by bosses, having good relations with those in your career and workspace. Now, I know a lot of you will say as she moves through this part of your sky, isn't it bad because she's in Scorpio? Because that's a sign of her detriment. Sort of yes and no. She's angularly dignified by being in a 10th house place of power. She's also able to do what Mars beckons her to do. And so between December 4th and 29th, while she travels through your career and reputation space, you can look for a swelling uplift in your reputation, career, and luck. However, Mars is really busy in the house of influence, social groups, groups of belonging, and great career gains, traveling through Sagittarius in the 11th house of good spirit, next door. So she wants to please him because she's living in his house and therefore traveling in his house. And therefore it looks a lot to me like some very fortunate financial upticks for you professionally. For example, that's one way it can look. Also, you may benefit through collaborative projects with others in your career path during this month, especially because Venus is a goddess of sociability and kindness and friendliness. And Mars is in the house of groups of friendships and people you know. So that may look like a lot of collaboration or teamwork going on for you. And I can speak to that because I'm having several astrology guests as an Aquarius rising on my YouTube channel during the month of December. And I will be collaborating for year ahead forecasts with other astrologers on my channel. You can also say this. Office affairs can often happen when Venus is in the 10th house. So be cautious for romance blossoming in the office because it could be very disruptive to your home life. Let's talk about a bit about the difficult part of Venus's journey through your 10th house during December 4th to the 29th. There are a couple of dates here to put on your calendar and be a little bit careful, okay? The first date would be December 9th and 10th when she comes into a direct opposition to Jupiter in your 4th house and he's retrograde. Now, this is something like you have abundance, opportunity, goodness, and prosperity in and from your home. That's Jupiter in your 10th house. And you may be even very busy having enjoyment and joy in your home. And all good things are happening in the domestic and real estate home part of your chart. But Jupiter, and he's retrograde, so he's not his most powerful. He'd be more powerful after December 30th when he goes direct. But as he's in this position, Venus is going direct opposite him at the top of the sky. This can be conflict in your home about things that are happening in your career and work life, or this can be some kind of inability to find a compromise between some kind of career escalation or success and circumstances to do with your domestic environment, those you live with, things that are happening in your private home life, at odds with what the good things that are showing up in your career space look like. And indeed, Venus will then oppose Uranus in your 4th house a little bit later in the month on the 20th and 21st. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean it's the same story. There could be some really unexpected, surprising developments regarding property, home, land, and real estate. And it's connected in some ways to your reputation or career. It does not have to be negative. So I'm just want to be clear. It can actually be a positive thing, but there's a little shock and awe around home, property, real estate, even legacy wealth, and like money from your family of origin, and something in the career and reputation part of the chart. We'll see what that looks like. Let me know in the comments if you remember to come back and tell me, how did that go for you? Mars moving through Sagittarius from November 24th all the way through to January 4th is an 11th house story that happens for you every 2 years, and it is back again. Now, in his journey through your 11th house, Mars is prone to bring you a lot of enticement, passion, and drive to fortify your career gains. You are driven to create greater success in your career, especially monetarily, but he can also cut, sever, and end friendships and groups of belonging. And often every 2 years, he kind of prunes out your friendships here, or removes or ends certain groups of friendships or belongings, clubs or groups that you belong to, and it's time to leave or quit. I mean, the last time Mars went through 11th house for me as an Aquarius rising, I lapsed some of my astrology group memberships like NCGR. I just said, well, I really don't know if I really need to keep that club membership alive at this time. So you're cutting away there as well in the month of December. Because an elder sibling can be representative of the 11th house, particularly the one most closely elder to you, you may have a blowout fight or conflict with an elder sibling or a friend. Some difficulty could occur as well. So be cautious in the month of December for those kinds of upsets. You know, what we wish to have happen in our lives, like our ideas of our wants, wishes, dreams, goals, our 5-year plans, can be like that part of the sky that is our 11th house. And here it's very possible that you're going to prune that as well and really sort of eliminate the unnecessary ambitions and goals that you have, and to sort of do the one thing or pare it down to something much more simple, much more refined, so that you don't have too much going on, but more of a laser focus on what really matters for you in the goals and dreams and ambitions you have for your worldly success and career success. And every 2 years, Mars helps you do that. And this time around, it's happening particularly throughout the entire month of December into January 4th. Now, one of the things I want to mention is Mercury moving into Capricorn December 1st, and then he will be in Capricorn till the 22nd. And as he's moving through the sign of Capricorn, what he's up to, like what's his goal here, is he's going to try to support you in 12th house matters, to be very resourceful and practical and resilient in things to do with the following: foreign shore revenue, international revenue, travel to foreign countries, things to do with sabotage, addictions, and bad habits, things to do with hospitals, prisons and insane asylums. Now, as Mercury is moving through your 12th house, he's about the dream world as well. And you have some very powerful dreams that are very useful to you. So pay attention in the first 3 weeks of December by far to your dream life, because whatever you're dreaming about may be more than you think. It could be very powerful guidance for you, especially because Mercury is in a whole sign trine to a dream god himself, Neptune. When Mercury is moving through your 12th house, it often can look like travel abroad. You may be wanting to journey to a foreign land or plan those trips to foreign shores. So keep in mind that this is a good time for executing the travel plans as a general idea through the first 3 weeks of December. But be aware that on December 12th and 13th, Mercury will retrograde, and he retrogrades backwards towards Sagittarius from the 8th degree of Capricorn. So as he's getting ready to go backwards at 8 degrees Capricorn around the 12th, 13th, depending on where you live, then he's going to be literally pausing. He's very still in the sky, and he's going to say, wait a minute, let's rethink this. What is this? Some of those travel plans, some of those ways to generate revenue from foreigners in foreign places like PayPal, Stripe, or international companies, revising plans to do with those addictions and bad habits. You had a great idea. Now you're going to rethink it. Maybe I don't want to quit that thing I'm doing. This is around December 13th and 14th. Now, when he goes backwards, eventually he crosses into Sagittarius too, and that's very important as well. When he's moving through Sagittarius, which is around the 22nd of the month, this is going to be an opportunity for you to 22nd to the end of December, really rethink as well some of those longer range goals and plans. Yet again, it's like you're diving deeper into some kind of revision, like Mars is already helping you revise it. Now Mercury's giving you ideas, maybe ideas about how you could and best should revise those plans, right? So it's kind of an interesting time because it's both about cutting and ending and severing some of those goals and plans. And now Mercury is the ideas man. And here's the new idea. Here's the one thing, but he's retrograde. So old ideas can be renewed. Old plans can be reestablished. Now, old friends can come out of the woodwork with emails and phone calls and text messages as well. So around the 22nd, 23rd, depending on where you're living, Mercury begins to travel through Sagittarius and will be there all the way through till January. So this is where those older contacts, maybe an old friend you haven't heard from years ago, or a sibling that you're estranged from, can return to your life and be in contact with you, in communication with you during this window of time. I want to go now and talk about the chronology of the month, bit by bit, and let's do that together. On December 1st to the 3rd, Mercury will sextile Saturn. Mercury in Capricorn in your 12th house flows to Saturn. This is an earnings house. Saturn is in your money house, stabilizing your earnings and making you serious, but also structurally sound in how you earn money. And he will talk to Mercury in that house of foreigners, foreign shores and foreign lands. You could have a dream idea about new money methods coming through on the first 3 days of December, or you may indeed have an increase of your earnings in that time, especially if you make money through the word international. Also, it's an ideal time. Saturn is giving you structure to quit things you put in your mouth that aren't good for you. Mercury's in the house of self-undoing, to really have a strong game plan and understanding December 1 to 3 about how to eliminate bad things you eat, ingest, or drink from your diet. And that can be very fortifying and a good time to start a cleanse. December 5th to the 6th, Venus will trine Saturn. Now, Venus, the goddess of love and money in your career house, flows to Saturn in your work house. This is all about increasing your financial prosperity. And I think you could have a raise, a promotion, or a new up level and lift in your earnings at that time. And on December 7th to the 9th, Mercury does trine Jupiter. Now, Jupiter is in your 4th house of property, home, and real estate, giving a flow glow up from Mercury in direct motion still in your 12th house. It could look like a really great opportunity to buy a property abroad, to travel to a foreign country, a very good opportunity December 7th to 9th to have some prosperity in your home connected to foreigners or foreign shores. It could also open up an educational opportunity for you of study from your home between December 7th and the 9th. On the 11th and 12th, Mercury is still in Capricorn, still direct, will sextile Venus. Now he's almost stationary at this point, so he's moving very slowly around 8 degrees of Capricorn, and he flows to Venus around 8 Cap in your 10th house of career and reputation. This can look like a really good career opportunity through a foreign shore, foreigner, foreign land person. It can look like some new revenue coming through your good luck and your reputation through those foreign places. This is also Mercury maybe giving you a new idea through a dream to create greater career success and luck. It's just a good career energy flow. Backroom deals and negotiations Mercury's in charge of, where people behind the scenes are talking about how amazing you are, and suddenly you see a job offer on the table. Those are all possible. We look at some tension in the sky. And that's the sun squaring Neptune. Now, this is on December 16th and 17th. Neptune may have been confusing you a bit about your earning strategy and how to create money in your life. Oh, look at the sky, the sun on me. And if this is true, then what you can expect is some clarification about your confusion around your earning strategy and money strategy as well, and what you need to spend on and what you need to invest in for your greater financial goodness. And I can't fix the problem, so deal with it with me. And in this part of the sky, I'd say the sun in Capricorn squaring off here in a really gnarly tension. Did I say that? No, so what did I just say? Neptune, brain, come online. Sun in Sagittarius in your 11th house of good spirit, squaring off with Neptune in your 2nd house of earnings, can put you in a dynamic conflict with a larger range goal or wish for your career and a financial reality you need to face. Alrighty, that's probably most likely what it is, unless you have a disagreement with a coworker, colleague, or friend, and that also impacts your bottom line regarding earnings. But you're trying to clarify something here. It's going to take out the confusion and bring it down to reality. Now, let's just see. I'm not even going to worry about the light that's all over me. This is the worst recording month for my December video, for the all signs videos I've ever done. I'm on the road. I have bad lighting, some microphone issues on the way. I had to do some edits. I'm telling you guys, I'm a girl out of her element. We're just working on the next story, which is Venus. Oh, we did the Venus opposition, that surprise career home thing. You may be something positive on the 20th and 21st. Finally, Mercury will come into the heart of the sun on December 22nd at 0 Capricorn, doing a big reset button for you and a divine download around foreign shores, foreign lands, money from those places, hospitals, dreams at night, inner life, enlightenment, spirituality, spiritual liberation, things to do with your deep soul and inner work. And this downloadable insight, divine energy coming at you at 0 degrees, brand new beginnings, is something you can harness. So just check out my webinar in the description box below. I'll be sharing the details of how to sign up for all of my videos this month. So, just check this link. You'll see how to get into that free webinar so you can learn about the stars and the asteroids involved in this Cazimi reset on the 22nd of December and harness that reset for your own good, especially when it comes to your deeper soul work as a Aquarius sun, moon, and rising. Thanks for listening, Aquarius. Thanks for hanging in there as the light shone on me like a strange light. Bye, guys. Have a wonderful December. Enjoy your Christmas.